Hi everyone, this is Steve from webrockstar.net, and in this video we'll be looking over how to install the Notes Widget Wrapper plugin and how to use it. Notes Widget Wrapper allows you to add post-it note type styling to any existing widget output. And it does look similar in functionality to the plugin WP Notes Widget, which we can take a look at right now. But it does differ quite a bit in terms of functionality and what it offers overall. WP Notes Widget is more useful when you have many posts that you need to manage and organize, and you want everyone to display in a consistent format. While Notes Widget Wrapper doesn't offer any of that organizational functionality, it does give you a lot more flexibility in terms of the layout and display of each individual note. And this is an example of what we can do with Notes Widget Wrapper. As we can see here, we have a widget and that is styled in a note format, and the contents of this widget has been manually made, so it's manually specified HTML that is going inside of this widget. So we do have quite a bit of flexibility and freedom to do what we want. Alright, so let's get started and see what is involved to actually make this happen for your own site. So naturally, we would need to download the plugin first. So let's jump to the plugin management page in our WordPress admin. Now I've gone ahead and already downloaded and activated the Notes Widget Wrapper, so we're just going to skip that step and we can jump over to our widget management page. Alright, so we can see here we have this single widget in our sidebar widget area, and we can see that is being controlled by this widget right here. We are using the standard built-in text widget, which comes with the default install of WordPress. And as I mentioned, here we are specifying the raw HTML that is composing that widget on the front end. We are specifying the title here and paragraph tag and iframe, as well as a list. But more importantly, towards the bottom, we can see what the Notes Widget Wrapper plugin is actually doing. We have the Apply Notes Widget Style checkbox, which toggles the style on or off. And here we have all of the various settings we can specify to match the look and feel we are going for. So let's just play around with these a little bit more. Let's choose an orange thumbtack color. Let's go with a green background color. Let's go with red text. I'm going to leave the font size as it is. But let's change the font style. Let's go with permanent marker. And I'm going to leave the iframe height the same, and we don't need any CSS adjustments. And save this. Now let's flip over to the front end and see what effect all of those settings change made. Alright, as expected, we can see the background colors changed, text color, font, and everything. Now, Notes Widget Wrapper doesn't just have to be used with the built-in text widget. We can actually apply the Notes widget style to any type of widget. And one plugin that I use on a regular basis is Black Studio's Tiny MCE plugin. And what that plugin does is it allows you to have a visual editor. It's very similar to the text widget that we just used, but it gives you the visual editor that you're already familiar with from editing posts and pages. And if you're curious, this is their plugin page. You can check that out at wordpress.org/plugins/Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. Alright, and let's play around with this a little bit more. Going to enter in a title here. Let's call this sample widget 2. And I do have some lorem ipsum text that I'll just paste in here and we can play around with a little bit. Alright, going to break up this paragraph into a few chunks here. Let's use a heading 2 for this first one. Let's add a heading 3. And let's break up this part a little bit more. And let's turn this into a list. Alright, so there we are right now. Now, one thing you'll notice is I'm going to not toggle the apply notes widget style on, and let's see what happens. So save this and jump over to our front end again. Refresh, and we can see our visual editor widget is being placed at the top here. Obviously, no styling applied right now, but let's jump back and click on Apply Notes Widget Style. And I'm just going to use the default styles for now. And save this. And let's jump back to our front end. Refresh. And we can see that the styles are being applied once again. Now that the Apply Notes Widget style has been toggled on. So I'm sure you can see now that Notes Widget Wrapper just applies the note style to any existing widget output. But it should be noted that Notes Widget Wrapper was designed to work with widgets like this, like the visual editor and the text widget, because it does create relatively simple HTML. If you do try to use this with other widgets, it may work and it may not. Some widgets do create more complex HTML output, and you may find that it doesn't look proper, or the layout is a little broken on the front end. So you'll simply have to experiment and see what widgets work well for you, and what widgets you can use with Notes Widget Wrapper, and go from there. So that's all there is. It's a fairly straightforward plugin with a relatively low learning curve. And once again, you can download that for free at wordpress.org/plugins/Notes Widget Wrapper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.